More on this topic, we head straight to Los Angeles and speak with Peter Loughrey, Director of Modern and Contemporary Art at the Los Angeles Modern Auctions. Welcome to the show, sir. Let me ask you this. China's art environment, it's not a new thing, but it has gotten bigger and bigger. Tell us a little bit about the type of growth that you're seeing there.
Well, in addition to the Chinese buying up their own heritage, there's also a very large segment of buyers who are looking beyond their borders to Western modern art, and we're seeing, especially in the last few years, a much bigger interest in that.
Can you share with us perhaps some of the sales expectations, maybe not necessarily from your organization, but really globally as the rest of the world looks to expand their sales? A lot of attention is being paid to China.
Sure. Well, the Western modernists like Picasso and Warhol, the blue chip artists, were very popular with the Chinese when we first started seeing them get very aggressive in between 2005 and 2008. But now we're seeing a much more sophisticated buyer coming out of China. They have a higher level of connoisseurship. They understand the contemporary art market a little bit better now, and I'm seeing a very quick learning curve, and they're starting to go after names that are not blue chip, not big famous icons, but artists like Via Selmans and Robert Rauschenberg, both very important, but not exactly names on the top of everyone's list of the icons of the 20th century.
I mean, I guess you're alluding to this, but I want to confirm it. The Chinese are spending more both on domestic art and also on international art. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, up until recently, the highest priced artists of the year were always Picasso and Warhol, and some of the artists from the French Impressionist period. But we're now seeing artists topping that list of the annual sales every year being Chinese names for the first time. And these names are not very well known to Western art buyers. But in addition to that, they are certainly, buyers in China are spending a lot of time and effort seeking out Western modernist works.
I'm just curious because in the past few years, it's always been these billionaires and very rich people buying expensive art. But recently, that's changed perhaps. It's becoming a little bit more mainstream. Who's making all the purchases, and what exactly are they hot to buy?
Well, without revealing, who our buyers are exactly, I think it's safe to say that these are people who are starting to earn their living, fairly recently. It seems to me that our top clients from China are from Beijing, also from Hong Kong, of course. And they are businessmen who are now feeling that they want to show that they understand Western influences, and they are collecting serious contemporary works in addition to their own cultural landmarks as well.
For art auction houses around the world, if they're looking at China, which many of them are, what's the biggest challenge that you see them facing?
Well, certainly language is one, but we've been considering hiring someone who speaks Mandarin. For example, and I think the larger auction houses certainly have people on staff, to make the language barrier less of a problem. And frankly, most of these barriers are coming down very fast. Almost every major auction house now has online bidding, and we're selling things to clients that we've never met before. And many of them coming from Asia in general and China specifically.
When I was in Hong Kong, there was a lot of art flowing through the city, and one of the number one most important things people look for is basically real versus fake. How do you make sure that the products that are coming in and out of China that are authentic?
Well, I'm a specialist in Western modernism, so the things that we sell, whether it's Picasso or Warhol, there's a Western way of going through a process, many times working with the foundations of the artists. Because I deal with art of the 20th century, a lot of it's not that old. Provenance becomes very key, and that is the exact clear term of ownership on any one particular piece. A lot of people throw the term provenance around, for example, saying, well, this belonged to a famous movie star. That in itself is not really provenance. What you're looking for is a unbroken chain of proof of ownership going all the way back to the actual artist's hands.
All right.
That's
Peter,
a very important
Peter Loughrey, I
key.
apologize, we're out of time. I want to thank you for your time. Very interesting topic. We'll, of course, talk about it some more. Thank you very much.